because it shows how singularly incapable the way we now manage our political structures with social media and the relentlessness of the news cycle, how singularly incapable we are of doing grown-up national security, foreign policy thinking. And in this country, it's also fed into an extremely pernicious cultural war that this government has been waging. And I will say it here, and I've said it before, I think my community are incredibly short-sighted in offering ourselves up to be deployed in that cultural war, because our well-being comes through being part of fighting intolerance and prejudice and being part of the struggle to have an equal, not racist, not xenophobic, all this immigrants, etc. society. You know, in the US, the one thing that may actually budge Biden is if he starts seeing that that November 24 isn't quite looking so clever in certain places as a consequence of this. And the last thing I wanted to say on this is look, I agree that this is the time to challenge our governments because they are leading us down such a dangerous path. And this could, look, what happens in Gaza, if it keeps going on, we've already had more than 120 Palestinians killed in the West Bank. We've had 1,500 arrested. East Jerusalem hasn't popped yet. There's a climate of fear and terror inside 48 Israel. My Palestinian Israeli friends fear stepping outside. Itamar Ben-Gvir, the national security minister, is handing out weapons. I believe he is only in power because of the indulgence of Israel's international backers in allowing extremism to run wild. So this could spread, and of course it could spread regionally. We haven't spoken about the northern border, etc. So what I'm saying in that is that this failure of Western politics needs to be challenged. But I also think we shouldn't be so surprised. I mean, wow, former colonial power that, you know, that built its wealth on how it treated the other. America, you know, built on the elimination of the indigenous population, its wealth built on you know, kind of, yes, please do better. But there's also an element of what would we expect here? And what I would say, amongst other things that have been shattered, is the notion that we can go to an American monopolized process for bringing peace to Israelis and Palestinians. And we live in an era of geopolitical fluidity, and bring it on. We had this thing called the Quartet. It was a joke. It was when America wanted some cover, it brought the Quartet people along. We must not return to that, and Palestinians must not return to that. If America says, let's come to an American-sponsored thing, we need a Palestinian leadership that is capable of saying, no thanks.